License will expire based on your birthday every 3 years. PRC did this. Was the first examination of teacher. Para teacher have grade 70 to 74.80%. Teacher can teach within 5 years without license. Vocations is only for someone who are really dedicated. Refers to any task that is assigned, self-imposed, and achieving your goal. A job equivalent to your education and hard work. The Philippine educational system. Education of pre-Spanish time in the Philippines was informal and structured. The educational system was formal. The school focused on the Christian doctrines. The American brought many change in their 45 years of reign. Nationalists love for labor, love for work, and dignity for labor. Formal education, English as a medium of instruction. The Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers, which is built of NCBTC, complements the reform initiatives of teachers' quality from pre-service education to in-service training. 7 domains of PPST. Domain 1. It comprises integrated knowledge representing teachers' accumulated wisdom with respect to their teaching practice, pedagogy, student, subject matter, and the curriculum. Refers to the diverse physical location, context, and cultures in which students learn. The domain of diversity of learner emphasizes the ideal that teachers can facilitate the learning process in diverse types of learners by first recognizing and respecting individual differences. Curriculum planning is a complex process where faculty define learning outcomes, assessment, and content. Refers to all the ways we gathered information about progress in a student learning. The domain of community linkage focuses on the ideal that classroom activities are meaningfully linked to the experience. The domain of personal growth and professional development emphasize the ideal that teachers value having a high personal regard for the teaching profession. 4 stages. Teachers' professional development happens in the continuum from beginning to exemplary practice. Stage 1. They are trained in terms of content, knowledge, and pedagogy. Stage 2. Display skills in planning, implementing, and managing learning programs. Consistently display a high level of performance in the teaching practice, embody the highest standard for teaching grounded in the global-based practice. Article 11 of Republic Act No. 7836, otherwise known as the Philippines Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994. Rights and privileges of all teachers in the Philippines. First, authority, respect and protection, fair wages. Third, punishment against attackers. Fourth, professional development. Fifth, freedom of expression, labor group participation, free legal services, and last, freedom from non-compensated mandatory assignment. Global teacher is a competent teacher who is armed with enough skills, appropriate attitude, and universal values to teach students with both time-tested as well as modern technologies and education in many places in the world. Local education is all about diversity, understanding the differences, and teaching the different culture groups in order to achieve the goals. ASEAN. A is for association, S is Southeast, A is Asian, N is nation. Asian Association of Southeast Asian Nations. 3 level of formal education in the Philippines. Level 1, elementary education, 6 or 7 years old. The first stage or compulsory formal education, primary concern with providing basic education. Level 2, secondary education, the state of formal education following the elementary level concerned primary with, usually corresponding to 4-year high school. Level 3, Tertiary education, post-secondary schooling, is higher education leading to a degree in specific profession or discipline. There are three examples of countries beyond the ocean. First, we have China. Second, we have Japan. And third is United States of America. The first century learning environment is also characterized by being more student-centered than a teacher-centered. The 21st century makes it possible for new learning to occur through new methodologies based on subject content. This includes the area of multiple ways of learning, which can be mediated by the following. First, we have face-to-face, distancing learning, blended modalities, and fourth, experiential and lifelong. Changes in the learning environment are observed to be three types. First is horizontally, from schools to workplace, community, mass media, and other social learning environments. Longitudinally, from early childhood to the post-retirement years. Vertically, from real to digital and virtual learning environments. The term 21st century skills is generally used to refer to certain core competencies such as collaboration, digital literacy, critical thinking, and problem solving. 5 pillars of learning. First is learning to know, is mind and intellectual. Learning to be, which holistic development and personal development. Learning to do is skills application. Learning to live together is accept all people, purpose, and diversity. Learning to transform oneself and society means is all aspect. Naturalism is a nature, humanism as a whole, and behaviorism is changing. B is a Pavlov, C is classical conditioning, E is environment. S, Skinner, OP operant conditioning are reinforcement, plus and minus is positive and negative. B, Bandura, social learning, aim is modeling, A is for attention, retention, reproduction, and motivation. T is Thorndike, connectivism, readiness, exercise, and effectiveness. Realism means is reality, exists or choice. Pragmatism, self-improvement or personal development. Utility, to know all, part of society.